Welcome back to the Physical Therapy San Pedro podcast. This is episode 39, and we are discussing together 2023. We're going to wrap the year up and talk about all the great things we did as a team this year. I am your host, Dr. Janae Brown, and I am joined by my three favorite physical therapists. To my left is
Dr. Bay.
And to my right,
Dr. Sandoval.
getting used to that.
And Dr. D.
And we are joined by the remaining part of our amazing team who you guys never get to see. So we have in the back of us our amazing physical therapy aides and front desk. So if you guys want to introduce yourself in the back, anybody can start.
I'm Jillian.
Jasmine. Rachel.
And Lindsay.
Beautiful. Thank you guys. And so Lindsay is a physical therapy aide. Rachel is our clinic manager. Jasmine is our front desk receptionist and a personal trainer in the center. And Jillian is one of our physical therapy aides. So, and Rachel also does, she's also a personal trainer. She's got her, we'll talk about that this year. So she's done some stuff. So we're going to wrap the year. I was writing this blog, and as I was writing it, we did a lot this year. And as I went through, I was like, man, this is long. This is a lot of stuff we've done. We usually set goals in the beginning of the year of things we want to achieve and do. I feel like we hit a bunch of those this year, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it was a pretty long blog, but I'm excited to share with you guys all the great things that we did this year. So first, I just want to say that as you can see, I have an amazing team. We are all here in front of you, and we have Jalissa behind the scenes doing our recording for us. So she's back there, another one of our physical therapy aides. But our team is amazing, and I think that's what sets us apart from any other physical therapy clinics that you guys may have been to or seen or maybe watched or tuned into. We have a group of just kind, compassionate, caring, just team players, people who just really care about the vision of our business and just what we're doing in the community. And so I'm just really grateful for each one of you. And so I think that it's what makes us really a different team. And we have had I was looking through this in our system, we've had over 200 successful discharges this year, which is pretty amazing. 200 people got back to running, sports, dancing, playing football, collegiate sports, work, things that they couldn't do. So that's pretty amazing. And being able to see people come in our door, but also out of our door successfully is a huge testament to everything that everybody has done here. So snaps to you guys. You guys are all so amazing. That's really what we do every day. Every day we work with people. We help people rehab an injury, and our goal is to get them back to the things they love to do. But in addition to that what we did every day, we did a lot of other things this year, which was pretty cool. So the first thing that I started the year off with was we have a local podcast called the Hello San Pedro podcast. And they invited me to come on and share a little bit about Physical Therapy San Pedro, sort of how we started, where did it come from, how have we grown this far. So I went on that podcast with Amanda and Jess, really great podcast hosts, and sort of talked about our business, that we're sports physical therapists in the community, that we've been here 6 years. And we really started the year off in January talking about health and fitness and wellness. In January is the time, right, you guys, where everybody sets goals for fitness and like goals to be healthier or take care of our bodies better. And it's always a challenge. And so I really just went on to say, look, you don't have to, set a crazy big goal. Just start with something small, right? And I think that that sort of aligned with some of our blog topics in the beginning of the year too, about just, start by walking if you can't run, do something every day that you love to do. If you have a change in the season in your life, maybe you just had a baby and you were an avid, power lifter and you can't do that anymore, find something that you can do that is you're going to enjoy. So, and so we talked about health and wellness and fitness. and just kind of just talked about how we help people here at our clinic. So did anybody here set some big fitness goals for this year and achieve them? Yeah. What'd you set? What'd you do? Tell us, Dr. Sandoval.
Last year, I was really motivated and dedicated to running a marathon. Unfortunately, that did not pan out because I ended up getting ill the weekend before
That's
the
right.
marathon. So this year, I wanted to, try again,
Mm-hmm.
try it one more time. And I did it. It happened.
Yeah.
I was able to run 26.2 miles and I actually got engaged the moment right after.
Yeah.
So
You
Yeah.
did.
that was a very big
Real.
moment for me. Yeah.
That
Very
was
happy.
a big one. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else set some fitness goals for this year and achieve them, or maybe not achieve them? But actually, let's talk about success. So anybody set some goals this year for fitness and achieve them? Anyone else? No? No one had any big fitness goals?
I got back into kickboxing
Mm,
here at
that's-
All Fit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yep. Cool. Yeah. I just was trying to survive. I'm always trying to survive coming off of the holidays of just not gaining too much weight and staying with my workouts, which is always challenging during the holidays. So right now I encourage you guys, if you're in that place, keep up the good work and try to stick with it. We're doing some things here to try to help you guys do that. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, try to stick with it. So after the podcast, we jumped right into the new year, starting to support our USA cycling team, the indoor track team, which this is our second year doing that. So we would go out to the Velo Center, which is in Carson, and we would go out once a week and basically support any acute injuries or any pain or any just anything acute really that came up with these indoor track cyclists, the the cycling team. And so we split that up amongst our team and kind of went out together. I went out for some of that. Dr. Sandoval, you did some of it. Rachel, you went, right?
Mhm.
And then did anybody else here get to go out this year? Did you
Not
go?
this year,
No?
the year before.
I think I went one time.
Yeah, you went. Yeah. And so basically, one of our colleagues who's an athletic trainer in the community, Dr. Kreisworth, put together a team, basically a sports medicine team, to go out and support these athletes in their training camps. And they train for about 6 weeks before a competition, and then they go out for their first competition. So their first competition of the year was in Indonesia. So we basically helped, them, and that was fun. Did anybody have a personal experience with anything like that they want to share in relation to the USA cycling team, or just anything? Rachel would fight to go.
It was fun going.
It was fun. Yeah.
I think all of the cyclists were really dedicated to just, their sport, and just seeing how much they put their bodies through every day was truly astounding. And they're just all very good people to work with. And it was just a pleasure working with them.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun. It's fun. And they're good people, and you want to see them win. You want to see them do well. And they are just in the beginning of their sort of training as a team, because I think this is their year 2. So I think they had a much better year this year, which was really cool. But it was fun to be their support in between these competitions this year. So we started that off in January. And then we moved on into our first sort of full blog discussion podcast of the year, which was discussing fantasy football injuries. And that was led by Dr. D, who has brought fantasy football to our team here. So Dr. D led that one. And every month since then, we've been just working on bringing you guys great content. We went from fantasy football to going into our knee series. Dr. Sandoval kicked us off with knee replacements on the knee series. Really great blog, and had some good personal experiences with your patients, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then we went into the ankle series, and we finished kind of the year out. We're finishing the year out in the ankle series. So we hope that you guys have been enjoying our content each month. We've been kind of discussing the diagnoses that we feel are prevalent, the things that we think that we see commonly in here and that you guys would benefit from learning about, or having some some guidance with. Did anybody really enjoy of the blogs that you guys wrote this year? Is there any one in particular that you really felt was like either a good learning experience for you as you were writing it because you got to refresh your memory, or that you just really enjoyed recording for, or anything like that? Anybody? Any of the docs?
I think the Achilles tendinopathy repair one was probably the most interesting one to write about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to learn a lot about it afterwards too. So
Yeah. That was a really good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the whole process. It's always great to review and see what's new out there. And just for us as clinicians to learn more and grow more.
Yeah.
It's a great process to go through researching and putting it together.
Yeah. Anything from you? I feel like it's a good thing for us to commit to. And I think, like you said, Dr. Bay, just being able to, as clinicians, our goal is to grow ourselves and then also bring you guys the content that we're learning and stuff. So everything we learn, we can carry back into our space and be better for you guys with. So if you haven't checked out those, go check them out. They're on YouTube. They're on our website on the blog area, under our blog. They are on our podcast. So check those out. All those great injury guidance, all the injury guidance content. So we, in mid-February, Dr. Sandoval and I attended the American Physical Therapy Association's Combined Sections meeting. That is a yearly annual conference, and it takes place somewhere in the United States, somewhere in America, always a different state and city. And this year it was in his hometown, Dr. Sandoval's hometown of San Diego. So we went together, not together, but we both went, and then we did.
We understand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we both went and we conferenced together. We took we actually chose a lot of the same courses. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we did. I feel like that was bound to happen given that we work in we work in the same setting in the same clinic. So I feel like we have very similar interests.
Yeah.
Right. And
we're both concussion therapists.
Yeah. So it was bound to happen that we were going to end up in very similar courses.
Yeah. Did you have one in particular that you really felt like you learned a lot from, or that you really were like intrigued by, or is there anything that you really, really enjoyed about the conference?
I think every single course or every single lecture talk had these little bits of pearls here and there that I was just able to take. So like every single one of them was valuable to me.
Yeah.
I would say, given just that I am a newer PT, everything related to the knee was just fascinating to me, and it's just something that was really nice to see. All of the higher level theory and application to rehabbing the knee was nice.
Yeah. There was a lot of good stuff. I think I brought back like one of the things that really sticks out is the BFR protocol for the shoulder, which I felt like was something that was more like concrete, because BFR is like this new great thing that we're all doing. And as time goes on, we get more research about stuff, and we can, utilize those sort of protocols to implement in the clinic and stuff. So that one was the one that stuck out for me. But yeah, it's always fun just to network and to meet all these new people and all these excited physical therapists that, just can't wait to learn and grow. And it's fun. It's fun stuff. So while we were doing that, the rest of the team was back here in San Pedro having a ball at the San Pedro City Ballet Gala here, supporting San Pedro City Ballet. So that was, who here went? That Dr. Bay went, Dr. D went, Jill, Rachel. Okay. So I can't really speak about that because I didn't get to go this year, unfortunately, but I know they had fun.
That was a good time.
Yeah. That seems a long time ago, right?
I mean, it's a beautiful event, and the goal is to fundraise so that dance can be accessible for anyone. And I think we love supporting that.
Yeah, absolutely. Jill, was this your first year going to that?
Yes, it was. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. What did you like? What did you like the most? What was just being with everybody?
Yeah, being with everyone. I think this was like my first bonding experience with a lot of our staff. So it was a lot of fun, and the cake auction was great.
Oh, did you get your table end up getting
We
a cake?
did. I think Dr. D won the cake.
He did.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you remember what kind of cake it was?
Not at all.
Yeah, that was fun. You like passed the cake around, and yeah, fun stuff. Yeah, very fun. So yeah, they were partying while Dr. Sandoval and I were studying and learning.
We were supporting the cause.
Yeah.
Supporting the
Yes,
cause.
exactly. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. So in March, we released our podcast and our YouTube on all listening platforms. So that was really exciting. When I went on Hello San Pedro podcast earlier in the year, sort of openly said I was going to start a podcast and utilize our content that we have been creating for a few years and really get it out. And it's been a tough thing to do because working the business, running the business, and then trying to put out content is always difficult. But like this was something I was really committed to. So we actually got our content up and we've been perfecting it over the year, cleaning it up, making sure we've been clipping it and sharing small short videos and things like that through our Instagram page and through our YouTube page. But this was really, really fun. And early on in the year when I realized there's a lot of things to do social media wise, I brought on a digital marketing manager. Her name was Grace Dyer, and she helped me get like all of our content up and manage it and just took over for me a little bit with some things. And we worked together on getting our email marketing going so that we could kind of build our email list. So that was a great accomplishment as well. She's since gone and we've brought on someone new. Her name is Christina Mobley. And she's been a great addition to our team. And she's actually helped us a little bit clean up our website and change some things on our website to be a little bit better. So we've had it, when you develop stuff like this, you just want to stay on top of it and keep your images and your photos and your videos and things up to date. So she's taken over and she's kind of doing all of our stuff, helping a lot with our current stuff with 12 Days of Christmas. So Dr. Bay's got an opportunity to work with her a little bit as well as she's been developing. Yeah, she's great. Yeah. And so, so I hope you guys are enjoying our content, all of you followers, because we're really working hard to bring you create good content, and then make sure it looks clean and good for you guys on the other side. So in March, we also celebrated our 2-year anniversary in our space. We're in a 5,500 square foot gym. We share this space with All Fit Gym in San Pedro. So that was really awesome to be able to celebrate us being in here together, coexisting. It's a fun space to be in. We offer physical therapy. We offer personal training, kickboxing classes, circuit training classes, strength and conditioning classes for athletes. We were doing a mobility class earlier this year. Dr. D was teaching that. And so it's just a fun space to be in and be able to, and a lot of us here work out here too and get our fitness in. So we live and breathe this place. So it's a nice space to be able to call home when we're here in the daytime. So we celebrated 2 years, huge accomplishment. In April, I helped support our favorite boxer, George Navarro. He has been a boxer that we've been working with for a few years, and he had his first match of the year. So, and that was in April. So I helped him with behind the scenes and got in his corner and just kind of helped him prep for the fight. And then also just kind of was there for him for concussion support in case anything happened, because it happens. And so just make sure he felt good with his fight. That fight didn't actually go as planned. Rachel, you came to that fight, right? Were you there?
I wasn't the only one though. It
Yeah.
was a couple
Erica
other people
came.
that joined me too.
Yeah.
But it was fun to go.
Yeah. Was that your first one that you
No,
came
we
to?
went, you and I, in
Oh, yes.
what year was
Yes.
that? 2021?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
No, I don't know. It was a couple years back. But that one
Yes.
was fun. That was
Yeah.
at the Avalon in LA, I think.
Yeah. For that fight, were you back with me or
Mhm.
were you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was with you.
Okay. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun getting back there. And just watching fights it's pretty fun when you know the boxer. So that was fun. We did a lot of continuing education this year. We started off the year doing a snatch course. This was one of our goals this year as a team, to be able to learn how to teach snatch. I think it was initiated by Dr. Bay, right? Because you had a client who needed to go back to snatch, and
Yes.
we kind of all are barbell trained, but snatch is not something that we all practice and work on individually. I think. Did you do snatch before when you? Okay, so it was one thing where we're like, okay, if we got to teach this movement, we should all learn it. So we did a snatch course with Jamie Joy. She's a personal trainer and owner of the Torrance Training Lab, also a CrossFitter herself. She's actually preparing to start competing again, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So she did snatch with us. I kind of wish we got back over to her this year because I would have loved to like do that again. We didn't get back over there, but what did you guys, any takeaways from doing that, or anything you guys want to share from that particular course or that little
I
session?
mean, I was happy to learn that movement, and I've been practicing it in circuit training class when they give their snatch variation. They're not giving the barbell snatch to everyone because you have to be trained in it
Yeah.
first. But I set my barbell up, and I've noticed that after doing it, I have more strength to do other things because of the way it forces my body to work together. And it was very intimidating, but I just kind of approached it. She'd actually taught us in an 8 count, which is how dancers learn steps. So I just tried to pretend, even though I was intimidated by it, that it was choreography to learn, and it was fun.
Yeah, you did good with it.
Yeah, Dr. Ray actually looked amazingly well doing the snatch movement. Like
Yeah.
it was like she was a natural.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I'm like,
That was good.
she gets this.
I just tried to put my mind in the right mindset to conquer that because it was a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, has anybody? So, any other takeaways? Dr. Bay gave us some. Anybody else?
I think having structure was definitely helpful. Like I learned how to snatch and clean and stuff in high school during wrestling and track and stuff, but they just kind of throw it at you and we just do it. It probably looked pretty bad back then too. But having those steps definitely helped. And I think seeing somebody else do a snatch visually, we can correct everything. But if we can't do it, we can't really show it either. So learning it on our own was helpful.
Yeah, I agree.
And it gave me the confidence to reteach it to my patient who hadn't snatched since she dislocated her shoulder and give her corrections. I wouldn't have had that confidence otherwise.
Yeah, it's good stuff. We love to learn. We moved from the snatch course into hosting a certified functional strength coach course here at our center. We always try to host at least one course at our center to provide training, a new training to some of our staff who maybe already have that training, or just a few staff members who need it, and just kind of share space with people in the community. So we sent Jasmine and Rachel to that this year. They both became our new strength coaches. Snap, snap. Woo! And then also we had some clients that ended up, like our patients that ended up going and actually becoming strength coaches, which was pretty cool because that's a testament to the fact that we are really encouraging and our patients in the importance of strength training, right? Like if our clients want to do that, then they're seeing our passion for strength training in our center. So that was pretty cool. It was fun to host, and we had a good amount of people here. I think it was like 17 or 18 people here maybe that came to that course. So Rachel and Jasmine, you guys want to share anything about that course? Do you want to share any thoughts or takeaways or anything you learned that you didn't think you were going to learn?
Well, I enjoyed it. It helped me become a better trainer because now I know where to start my clients. Because everyone's different. Everyone has a different starting point. So it was really nice. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a long day, but lunch really helped me get through it.
Good stuff. Any thoughts, Rachel?
I think it was just a good refresher because I know as an aide, we tend to use like our bodies to help our patients get through exercise a lot. It's really hard to sometimes just describe the movement. So having the instructor there just to kind of give us other ideas of how to describe the movement was really helpful. Just a good, just a refresher in general. And then just meeting people from all around, I believe, the area, and just kind of getting to know their background and their knowledge for exercise in general was also really cool to see, and just having everybody kind of collaborate together on that day was awesome.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I think that certification is very well put together. You're certified, right, Dr. D? I'm certified. You guys are CSCSs. Yeah, and you are too. But I wanted to become a strength coach or just have that underneath my belt, and I felt like it was well put together. So I'm glad that we brought it here, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it as well. Dr. Sandoval was busy just working on things towards his SCS certification this year. So he initiated the year being really excited about doing a powerlifting competition or supporting some powerlifting competitions. So he brought us into that, and we did 2 competitions this year, right? Is that correct? Yeah. Dr. Sandoval and Lindsay. You went to both of those? Yeah, both. I think you might have done both those.
Yeah, I went to both.
Yeah. What was your experience supporting that competition? Was that your first time around powerlifters in that capacity?
Yeah, it was. I think it was really cool seeing, that community build each other up, even though it's a very individualized sport. Everyone was cheering for everyone, and just seeing that, it was like really inspiring.
Yeah, it's a fun sport. Like, just fun to watch them compete and against each other. Did anybody else other than Lindsay go? Other than myself and Dr. Sandoval? Okay. Yeah, and then he went from there to getting us involved in high school football. So he actually got on the sidelines at Rachel and my alma mater, Bishop Montgomery High School. Woo woo, class of '98.
2012.
2012. So yeah, and you got on the sideline, and I came out for one of those games. Did anybody else go out with you? No, it was just you. Okay. What was your experience with the Bishop High School football team and just getting on the sideline and working with Erica? Erica Wootlit. Yeah, is that right? Is their athletic trainer there, and she's amazing. And so it was kind of cool to get. My experience was really cool getting on the sideline. But sure.
Yeah. So first and foremost, shout out to her. She is an amazing teacher, just an awesome person as a whole. She taught me a lot. I was a little less hands-on with this one specifically, just liability reasons in case anyone actually got very seriously injured. We didn't want any liability issues, but I did get to spend a lot of time observing her and just providing some accessory support to the athletes if they ever needed like an extra little bit of a checkup or just some exercises to get them through a game and help them feel more mobile and more ready to participate in their sport. It was a lot of fun. I enjoy watching football on TV, and it was nice to apply like what I do as a profession to something that I enjoy watching as well. It was a little difficult, I'm not gonna lie, to be there and try to not be a fan. I'm there and I'm trying to work, right? So getting in that mindset was an interesting transition, but overall it was a very good time, and I learned a lot from her.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then you and Jill ended sort of ending the year, doing some stuff for the Palos Verdes High School varsity and some JV soccer team, right? And so Jill is the assistant coach at PV High School for the women's soccer team, the girls soccer team. And so her and Dr. Sandoval put their heads together and were like, hey, let's support this program and do some injury support. So you guys put together teaching some warm-ups, teaching some cool downs, teaching some strength and conditioning to them. How is it on the side, Jill, because you're going from coach to kind of now on the other side of kind of showing them your knowledge base with like injury support and things like that? How is it stepping into sort of that role? And how do you feel like the girls received like that? Did they enjoy it?
First I want to thank Dr. Sandoval for taking time out of work to come with me and teach the girls a proper warm-up and cool down and strength and conditioning session, because they did respond very well, and compared to their old warm-up, this new one definitely prepares them better for games and training. So thank you, Dr. Sandoval. But we had a lot of fun, and the girls really enjoyed us working with them. So
yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Fun. And so you sit for your exam soon, right? When do you sit?
I actually just received the email today to sign up for a testing day. So I still have yet to decide.
Okay. Very good. So he got all his hours this year. He was busy getting his hours, and we had fun with it. So it was fun. Thank you for initiating a lot of these things. Because they were great for our team to get involved in. So, and we wish you the best of luck with that. I think you're going to pass with flying colors. Dr. Bay continued the year supporting our dance programs in the community, providing strength and conditioning classes once a month to San Pedro City Ballet, to the Dance Factory. And then this year she added on Dance Tech. When Dr. Bay came on board, she was just really excited about being our dance PT here and just really getting dancers on our schedule. And so collaboratively, we talked about ways to do that. And she's just been amazing at stepping in and just really taking the program, you know, just leading it, doing a
Thank
great job. And
you.
so I appreciate what she's done because it's been able to allow me to step back from it. And because that's something that I'm passionate about supporting in our community, but it's hard to lead it. So I'm so glad to have her doing that. And I know that they're blessed to have you because Dr. Bay is also a dancer herself.
Yes.
So to have that support and to be that is amazing. Can you share with us anything in particular that you feel like is valuable for people to know about what you did this year, or just what you feel like, maybe where you saw it was successful doing that for the dancers in terms of competing?
Yeah, definitely. For those that don't know, dance is one of the sports that strength and conditioning is not as common. And we're trying to currently in dance science and dance medicine change that narrative. So the fact that more and more studios are participating regularly in strength and conditioning class is wonderful. Once a month is not enough, but it's a good start. Cindy Bradley, the artistic director of San Pedro City Ballet, she told me this year she thinks her dancers are getting injured less from the work that we're doing. So that's awesome. And then I don't know about the feedback from this year, but the year before, the Dance Factory, they saw improved comments on their judges' reports. So their dancers needed less technical corrections from the work that we did. So it's been overall very successful. And through the classes, I'm building relationships with the dancers so that when they get injured, they feel more confident coming to talk to me about the care that they might need and how to heal fully from those injuries. So I'm just loving all of it.
Yeah, so good. And Lindsay, have you been out to help with dance yet? No, Today she's going.
Today's my first day.
Oh, exciting! That's exciting. But Jill, you did a lot of the stuff with Dr. Bay at the beginning of the year, right? And how was your experience with that? Did you enjoy it?
Well, yeah, I had an awesome experience doing it. I've always appreciated dance and really loved watching dancers perform. So being in that environment was a lot of fun for me. Definitely learned a lot of new dance terminology
Yeah.
and built connections with a lot of the dancers in this community. So it was great, especially for the Nutcrackers, seeing a lot of girls that we worked with perform. They're all so talented. So it was a lot of fun.
I always get so excited to see them on the stage and almost like emotional, like proud mom, you know? Like,
Mhm.
love
Yeah,
it.
it's so great. We had 2 media days this year. We usually do 2, one in the beginning of the year, May, and then we did one in October. So that's our 5 minutes of fame where we all get to just pretend like we're models and take fun pose pictures for our website and for our Instagram pages and get our headshots in for our new team members and stuff. So we always have fun doing those media days together. We also continue supporting the WPSL women's soccer team, Invictus. And this year they were playing their games at Cabrillo High School. So who all went out and did some games? Dr. Deed. Okay. Did we all go? Okay. Jill did. Okay. Lindsay, you did too, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. You were the only one that didn't. Yeah. You were just busy with the dance program this year. So, but that's fun getting on the sideline with them. And we brought in a new doctor that's working with us, Dr. Mark Matusik. And so he got on the sideline with us as well, which was fun to have a sports physician join our team and collaborate with. So we did a lot of fun challenges this year. That was initiated by our digital marketing manager, who was getting us to do fun and creative things here in our center. So we're a pretty competitive group. So challenges are kind of fun for us. The PTSP stand-up challenge that we did actually went viral, and we got 1.4 million views on that, which is pretty crazy. What's more crazy is that Dr. D and Grace were the only ones that could actually compete the challenge correctly in stand-up. So that was a little humbling for me.
Next year, let's do it again.
Yeah.
I want to redo.
Yeah, that was, but we did a lot of other fun ones. The toilet paper challenge. We did, what else did we do? We did the Lean On Me challenge. We did a couple of fun challenges. That was fun. Something really cool we did this year that we haven't done before is we brought in a sports psychologist who is a colleague of ours in the community, Dr. Jason Von Steitz. He led us in a very fun sort of team bonding activity this year. Who all was there for that? Was everybody there? Yeah. Yeah. No. Lindsay, you weren't there? No. Jalissa, you weren't there? No. Okay. So we actually created an ancient proverb together, which I won't read, but it is on our blog, so you can go read it. It, like most ancient proverbs, it doesn't make much sense. You really have to. There's a lot of mystery in it, but we brought our brains together and we created something that was positive. That's where I'll leave it. So, but that was fun, and it was just a good opportunity to spend some time together, bond. And does anybody remember anything particular about that event that they feel sticks out for them? Yeah.
One thing that sticks out from that day, and I use it now, is like you don't have to go 100 miles per hour with everything. So what Dr. Jason von Steit said was like to pause, breathe, and then respond before you do anything. And I think it really does help like you process your thoughts before you do anything and go through with anything. So yeah.
That's great. That's a great thing to bring up because it was a good, he gave us a lot of stuff, but that's one of those that was a good one. Yeah.
And what about Jill just went with Dr. Jason to the dance factory.
Oh yeah. Were you there with him? I don't think I caught that. Okay.
Yeah, I was there.
And the goal was to talk to them and think a little bit about preparing their mindset to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he mentioned like what I had just said about the pause, breathe, and respond. And then he kind of talked about like challenges with dance and strength with dancers. And then he did this cool like team building activity where they had to kind of work together to achieve the task at hand. So it was cool. It took them a couple tries to get it, but they got it down. So It was good seeing that they were able to eventually work together and get to that goal.
That's awesome. Yeah. And we connected Jill with Dr. Jason because Jill wants to be a sports psychologist. So that initial event we did kind of got them connected, and you've been doing some stuff with him, right? And some volunteering.
Yeah. So
very cool.
Really grateful Dr. Brown connected me with him because I do still meet with him a couple weeks a month, and I've gotten a couple opportunities given to shadow him. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah. It's so cool. Really, really cool. Well, the last few things that we'll share is that we have a few new we started developing free resources this year. So you can check out some free ankle resources, free knee resources on our website and on our social media pages. I've been trying to initiate that in our center and sort of ongoing develop that. So you'll see more free resources from us over time. And then we're ending this month with the holidays, right? So Dr. Bay led us on 12 Days of Christmas this year. And it's a really fun time for us to kind of just stay fit, stay healthy, keep exercising. So we're at day 12 today. Can you believe that?
We are going to do it tonight with the dance factory.
So fun.
All
so
12.
Fun. All 12. And then we just finished Nutcracker weekend. So Nutcracker is another big thing for Dr. Bay. And all of our dance community here, San Pedro City Ballet and the Dance Factory. And we all did that, right? Did everybody here go except for Jasmine, but everybody else got involved with that? It was anybody's first time doing Nutcracker? No, okay. You guys want to share anything about it?
It's actually my first time watching Nutcracker, period. So it was very interesting. No, it was really cool. I've never really been to like a real dance performance in general besides like high school stuff.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see, them being an athlete as well and being able to perform. And we've seen some of the performers as patients too. So it's good to see them in their natural habitat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you still checking football stats on your phone during the
no.
performance?
No,
Wow.
'cause I was Saturday.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Wrong day. Yeah. Lindsay, was your first time too? Did you want to share anything? Share your experience?
Yeah, that was also my first time seeing any form of Nutcracker / ballet performance. So it was really cool being able to see, these athletes, these dancers do their thing. I only got to see the first act, but the Nutcracker Prince, he was really awesome. All of them were really awesome, but he stuck out to me because we got to work with him.
Enrique. Yeah, he did amazing. Yeah. He's a good guy too. Just fun to see people who are just good people do well. So yeah. I think that's it. That was our year. In a nutshell. I'm sure I'm leaving out stuff because we did so many things, and it's
You
just
left out
hard.
that you hired me.
Oh, that's right. Jasmine came on with us in August, and she has been a wonderful addition to the team. And we are excited to see her grow with Physical Therapy San Pedro. So, yes, you're right. The thing about our center is like,
And she got
yeah,
married.
and she got married. Well, that was what I was going to end with. I was going to end with like, all those things were things that we've done here, professionally, and we do a lot every day. But personally, a lot goes on with us every day too. And we have some good days, we have some bad days. Some days are rough and tough. It's hard to get here sometimes, and sometimes, we try to create an environment here that we love to be here together because we are with each other all the time. But we also had some personal things happen in this team. So we had 3 engagements and 1 wedding, right? Yeah.
Awesome.
Jasmine did it real quick. Engaged, married. Yeah. Yeah.
Try to time down.
Rachel got engaged. Dr. Sandoval got engaged. Rachel's getting married in January. So exciting. And what else personally? Is there anything else personally that anybody wants to share that happened big?
Lindsay.
I got into Chapman University's DPT program.
That's right. Congrats. Yep. We had several people get into PT school this year. Carissa is not with us anymore, but she got into PT school, started. Joanna got into PT school, started. Grace got into PT school, and she's starting here. So we've had a lot of that happen this year, which is pretty cool. A lot of people that aren't here that have, done great things. So, yeah, people come through for some place. This is home. Some people, it's a point on the journey, towards, the next place. But wherever you're at, we want this to be a place where for all of us is a enjoyable, fun working environment where we all like to be together and do great things. So, any other personal things? No? Okay. I've done a lot of traveling this year for my daughter. She's a swimmer in college, so that's been really fun for me to be like just kind of get on a plane, go see her, come back. That's, do some independent travel. So, that's my personal year has been that, and settling into my new house, which I moved last year. So those have been fun things for me. Anything new with you personally?
This was a year of survival.
Yes. 2 little ones.
Yeah, learning to have the work-life balance now as a mother of 2. I hope next year to be able to prioritize some different things, but this year was more about just making it happen, trying to do my best in all the hats I wear.
Yeah. Anybody else want to share anything?
We're doing great.
Thank you. Trying.
Your inspiration.
Always trying.
All right. Well, that's pretty much a wrap for what we've done this year. Stay tuned for next year where you can check out more of our content, more things that we're doing. It's going to be an exciting year, and we hope that you continue following us. Thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. And we will see you next year, 2024. Bye, guys.